All right, wrapping up the draft with the 32nd pick, we got the four-time national champion Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They finished 16 and 0, finished off a perfect season, winning the title, 56 game win streak. With that, the whole staff, Coach John Nickel decided to retire and he walked straight into the Hall of Fame. Um, Athletic director Bryson Tinn he took another job over at USC, and so we got a whole new regime, and it was interesting to see how this new regime was going to evaluate the talent on this roster. It's still a really loaded team, how they were going to build for the future, and what kind of changes were going to be in store. And that brings us to the first pick. This tells you a lot, record-breaking quarterback and Heisman Trophy winner Leslie Jocks is in his last year of eligibility. They have two other quarterbacks in Wimbush who has a few years of eligibility left, and then Schaefer, who's a younger player, but I don't know if he's in the cards. When you look at this pick, they're going for the home run to replace Jocks with a talented young player in Nicholas Hart. Here's a player that kind of reminds me of Mordecai, the Oklahoma guy, just to the fact that he's really athletic, and the fact that he has 66 speed. I don't think he has as much upside as Mordecai, but he definitely has some ball carry. He's low field vision, and his accuracy is pretty low. But when you look at those, if you look at all those blues right there, he's got 94 vol, and so all those will go way up. Here's a big risk that Michael is taking with his first pick as the new AD, and so it'll be interesting because I'm not sure that it will cripple this team going forward just because there's still so much talent, but it is starting to get a little bit older. And so to miss on a first-round pick, and you're going to probably pay this guy a lot of money, it could be costly as far as their cap going forward. But the payoff could be huge because Nicholas Hart is someone with a lot of upside, and being able to replace Jocks with a guy like this could be very fruitful going forward. In the second round, they took another wide receiver. This is a team that has some really good wide receivers, but as you know, Claypool and Tony Jones are both getting up there in age. St. Brown is still, got a good number of years left, so he's kind of transitioning into the number one type of guy here in the future. And they lost Chris Sanders in the offseason. But you also have guys like Brock Wright and Jameer Smith. So I was kind of surprised that they wanted to add another wide receiver to this group, just because there's other needs, maybe defensive line or I don't know. There's some other needs on their team that they could have used for this pick. But I think they were targeting wide receiver with both rounds. They had a wide receiver in mind, and in this round they decided to get a playmaker in Dexter Spencer. Good solid speed, 85. He doesn't have very good hands. He's only got 55 hands, so this is going to be a problem, especially on this new code where guys drop a lot of balls. Guys with low hands seem to drop a ton of balls. But he got a lot of bump and run avoidance, and so he's gonna be a good slot guy. He's gonna be able to get deep on people, especially with a really crisp route running, and he's got good courage. While I like his ball carry, he would be a good running back candidate, except for he doesn't have very good fumble. But with that high volatility, that fumble could go up enough that he could end up being a solid type of running back, for the future when Rory and Dexter Williams start to age out. So there's a lot of versatility in this pick in Dexter Spencer, and I think that they were looking at it like just adding more playmakers to this team, getting a little bit younger is going to help them in the long run. You might get your quarterback of the future and your receiver of the future all in one draft, and so I thought they swung for the fences with both of these high vol players. Kind of funny how Syracuse and Notre Dame, the two top teams last year, both went with the highest vol cumulative draft picks this year. So Super Sloth gave them a B grade, as well as I gave them a B. I thought that both players have huge upside, but I don't know if they were the best players on the board at the time. But they took big chances with those high vols, and so we'll see if he can hit on one or two of them. It could be a home run draft. If he busts on both of them, then it really could cripple this team cap wise. I know they were really strapped last year. I don't know how their cap situation is this year, but anytime you miss on multiple draft picks high, it's going to hurt your cap. So we'll see how it goes for both Notre Dame and Syracuse. And that'll wrap up our draft review. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked it, this new setup. Look forward to getting your feedback and telling me what you liked and didn't like about it, and so we can maybe improve it for next year. All right, see you guys later.